Hey guys, from the beginning of time, every guy's problem has always been on how to entice ladies without having to spend days figuring out how to do this. This has lived with men for years, and many are still having a hard time finding their way around with girls as we share this. The need for this instant method has brought about what we are to share with you in this video, which means if you have been having a hard time turning girls on instantly, you have just found the right place with enough information to help you step up your game. As you already know, the physiological state of girls differs in many ways from that of men. What would turn a man on will not affect a woman or even get her senses hyped. Getting to know the ideal way to make a girl turn on is the only way you will be able to have your way around with girls or even get them laid instantly. I believe you're excited to know how to turn a girl on instantly. If yes, then let's get started. 1. Walk up to her confidently. As it is often said, you never get a second chance to make a first impression the first time you meet a lady. This is true because girls have this funny mindset of sticking to the first impression they had about a man the first time they meet. As a man who already knows how the thinking faculty of a woman works, putting a perfect first impression in her mind should be your primary focus. And one of the best ways to get this done is by walking up to her confidently like a real man would do. It's natural for you to be quite anxious while walking towards her, but you need to find a way to prevent her from seeing this by any means possible. One of the most effective ways to hide your raging anxiety is by simply locking your eyes on her, setting your mindset on what you stand to gain when you finally get her. This will invoke the giant in you and calm your senses. If you are able to get this right, the first impression that will catch her attention is you being a goal getter. It's great to do this sort of stuff in a bar or club, because if you get rejected, you'll most likely not see that girl ever again. If it happens that you met the girl in question in a bar, take a sip of your drink before walking towards her. While doing this, make sure she sees how calmly you do that. Immediately you get that done. Wait for a second or two, stand up, slowly take a look at one or two images in the room, and walk confidently toward without adding any gesture to your walking step. You need to walk naturally and comfortably with your chest out and a straight back. On getting to her, pleasant greetings like, "I'm Daniel. Will you mind if I steal a minute of your time?" If she smiles back, your game is on. 2. Talk to her sexually in a way that shows you mean every word you say. You should already know by now that those girls are not intrigued by sights, but by the imaginations you can create in your head. The only way you can get this done is through the words of your mouth. If you wish to turn a girl on, you need to know exactly how to say things that will make her feel interested in you and want to be with you. If done the right way, this will create scenarios in her head that will turn her on, making her want to go down with whatever you have planned for her. Here are some of the sexual things you can chip in during your conversation to turn her on instantly. My neighbors that just moved in last week were wild yesterday. I couldn't even get an hour of sleep. I guess he was fucking his girlfriend. With the way she was moaning, the girl was being banged hard. Who loves sex more, ladies or men? Give me your sincere answer with a good reason to back it all up. Talking this way will trigger her sexual senses. Meanwhile, you need to also gesticulate sexually as you speak to her. While speaking to her this way, you need to also express yourself in such a way that she will see how serious you are about getting sexual with her. Never portray yourself as a clown while saying any of this. If you do, all you're saying will mean nothing to her because she will consider them as nothing but random jokes. 3. Touch her when allowed to do so. A physical connection is the best way to seal the deal and take her home to navigate your way through her body. It's also a first-class ticket to a sexual assault case if you're not careful. You need to know how to get this done the right way to achieve maximum results with no negatives. The best way to touch a woman is to make her anticipate your every move, which means you have to be patient and allow your brain to control your movement rather than your emotions. Like when staring into her eyes, you can put your hands around her back and gently bring her closer. More so, you need to stay off sensitive parts of her body at the initial stage and only go for them when she shows you the need to. That's it for today, guys. We hope you learned something, and make sure to hit the bell icon, subscribe, like, and comment what else you'd like to see.